Welcome in YouTube. Welcome to the live stream over at twitch.tv/Dioko. We are going to talk briefly today about storing items in Crowfall. Now, for some of you who are just starting the game, there's a couple ways to do this, and I just really want to cover the basics so that you understand what you're doing and how to retrieve the items that you're storing out in the world at any given time, okay? So, first things first, we're going to talk about some basics to your character, your inventory that's on your person, okay? The character sheet that we're looking at here is also commonly referred to as your paper doll. So if I say that, you know the character sheet, paper doll are kind of interchangeable, all right? Items on your paper doll, aka your equipment, are not lootable when you're killed, okay? So if I have some items, say my bow and my axe are up in here, they are not lootable whenever I die, okay? So somebody can't kill me and then come in and loot my equipment. However, if I have my bow in my bag, which as a ranger would not make a whole lot of sense, somebody can loot that out of my bag when they kill me. So be sure you leave all your equipment that you're using on your paper doll. Obviously, there would not be a need for you to have it in your inventory otherwise. All right? Items on your paper doll will only be removed from your paper doll if they are destroyed or you physically take them off, okay? So as you guys note, there are durability. That yellow line there on the basic bow is actually the durability of it. Once that reaches 0, it will be destroyed, okay? Another thing to note too is one tool, as you can see here, I have just a basic runestone pick. That, when it's in my bag, it can be looted, but as long as that's on my paper doll, it cannot be looted, okay? So again, you have one pick for a ranger, you have some melee weapons, and you have a ranged weapon, as well as your arrows, okay? The next thing we're going to talk about quickly is your inventory. This is your inventory down here, okay? Your inventory holds items that you gather in the world that you're currently in, okay? So if you're in a campaign, the items you gather there are going to go into your inventory. However, when you switch to your EK and use the vessel there, you're actually not going to share the inventories between campaign and EK, okay? If you switch to another character using the crypt in that current world, you do not lose your items. They simply roll over from one vessel to another. So don't make that misconception, as most beginners do, like myself did, and think, oh man, if I kill myself, I'm going to lose all this stuff. No, it's simply going to roll over to the next vessel on that campaign, okay? Your inventory is fully lootable again whenever you die, whether that be from a player or a mob. So if you die from a mob, a player can run along and say, oh, hey, look, this guy died. Well, guess what? I'm going to take all his stuff. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's the same faction, if it's an opposing faction, or whatever. Anybody can loot what's in your inventory, okay? All right, so another thing to look at is we are sitting here in front of a local bank or a chest here at our beachhead. These will be placed sporadically throughout the forts and the keep in the campaign that you're currently playing in. And you can just come up to them, you can open them, you can slide a couple things in. So we'll slide a few things in here, okay, and go from there. But it's a plain chest, again, that's located inside of the crafting rooms at the forts. Okay, at the keep, it's in the center of the keep. They're used at locations throughout the map, like we just said, to store valuable goods, so that you are not forced to use your spirit bank or recall to your beachhead. We'll talk about spirit bank in just a second. And then items stored in local banks can be recovered from the bank recovery service. So there's a certain chest here at the beachhead that actually has this blue little shield on it. What that's called is your bank recovery service. Again, it's denoted by the blue shield, and you can run up to it, and it's used to collect goods from the local banks at forts and the keep from throughout the map. So when you've adventured around and you say, man, I'm going to put all my stuff in here at maybe Brookhurst, then you can come back to your beachhead and loot those items from Brookhurst. All you have to do is simply click the F button. As you can see here, you've got a bank list which has 5 tabs. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on that. As you can see, those are the 3 items that we just placed in the local bank here at the beachhead, and you can pull them out. Now, notice, I'm going to pull 2 of these stacks out. However, one thing I can't do is I can't take it and put it back in. It doesn't work that way. I can only receive, not put in. All right? Now, the last thing we're going to talk about, and arguably one of the most important, is this. This is your spirit bank. Default letter is B. Basically, what you're going to do is it's going to open it up. This is shared across your entire account. So whether you're in your campaign, you're on East, West, or your Abdor, or even your EK, It's shared between everything. Now, one thing to note, when you're in campaigns, the imports and your exports are limited throughout the entire campaign period. So make sure you are paying attention to those imports and exports and maximize the efficiency of those by putting in large stacks of stuff or very important stuff, maybe when you're out in the wilderness or you're about to get attacked by somebody, and you would put all your important stuff in there, okay? Again, it's a global bank that is utilized throughout all worlds. And yeah, that's what it is. So kind of how you would use it was you need a rune tool on campaign, but they're all located on your EK character. Not a problem. Throw it in your spirit bank, transfer it over to your campaign character, and use it just like that. Again, be concerned about imports and exports. One thing to note, on your EK, you have unlimited amounts of imports and exports on your spirit bank. Okay, guys, that has been the basics to storing items in Crowfall. Again, this is pre-alpha 5.6.1. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully we'll see you over at twitch.tv/Dioko. And again, make sure you guys leave comments, likes, and all that stuff down below. We'll see you on the next video, guys.